Hey there, Studio K and K-Town friends. This past week at Next Level Church was just so exciting. We had the amazing opportunity to host pastors from over 60 churches that learned to dream again. And I was just so inspired to dream really big for our kids ministry. I truly believe that God has amazing things in store for our kids ministry. And I just really want each and every one of you to be a part of that dream. So thank you again for what you do week in and week out. I encourage you to dream big and really have vision for what you feel like God is calling you to be and to do in your kids' ministry, in your small groups, and in your classrooms. As I mentioned last week, we do have a lot of people shadowing over these next few weeks in all environments. I really want to encourage you to be a part of that shadow experience with us. If you have someone in your class that is shadowing, please help me out by making that an amazing experience for each and every one of these new people. As you know, we do need new serve team members, and they're willing to serve. So let's make this an experience that they really want to dive into and be a part of. So a few tips for that, please. If they're in your classroom, first of all, just welcome them. Make them feel a part of the team from the very beginning. Introduce yourself. Tell them who you are, what you do, what you're passionate about. Also, use those job description handouts that we created. If you haven't gotten one, please let me know and I'll get one in your hands. But use those because it walks you really through everything that is expected of each and every role within kids ministry. And on the back, there's just some different things about schedules and the flow of the class. So that's everything that someone would need to know as they're shadowing. So you don't have to guess or try to figure it out on your own. We've already created that for you. So please use those. Just teach them, train them everything that you know. Any little tips that you've figured out over the months or years that you've been doing this, pour into them as much as you can so that they feel really equipped when they leave after shadowing with you. And then also invite them back. Encourage them to maybe reach out to you, give them your phone number or email. Just welcome them back. Tell them how excited you are that they're part of the team and that you really want them to come back next week and be with you in your class. We know that people that make a connection right away, those are the ones that feel connected to the ministry and that give their all and want to return each week. So please help me out in doing that and just really making these people feel like they're part of the team. Thanks for that. One other thing about Planning Center, if you're not responding on Planning Center regularly, please do that. Even if it's a decline, it just helps us out to know if you're going to be there earlier on in the week. That way we can make sure we have plenty of people to serve our kids and to serve our families. And please let me know your preferred method of communication, whether that's email or text. And if it is text, I just need to know who your mobile provider is so that I can send all of the information out to you that you need. Oh, so for curriculum this week, we are wrapping up our series on courage. It's been an amazing series. I think the kids have really gotten a lot out of this. This week, we're talking about when the Israelites march around the walls of Jericho and the walls come crashing down and they take over the city. Our bottom line says you can do what you should because God is always with you. So really just enforce that with our kids. During the closing part, the host is actually going to be wearing a helmet with a light on it, and we're going to cut all of the lights in the rest of the room. So small group leaders, please be ready for that with the kids. And also production team, it's important that we shut everything down so it's completely dark in there. That will include the screens at the front of the room. So please be ready to just shut everything down almost as if it's a power outage. And then after that, the host is going to ask the small group leaders to hand out glow sticks to each and every one of the kids. They do get to crack those and take those home. So that's a fun thing that we're doing this week. And right after the host part, on the way to our small groups, the host is going to say, okay, we're having a dance party and turn on some music. So small group leaders and everyone just have some fun with that. I encourage you to kind of get a little jiggy with it and have some fun. For our activities, both Studio K and K-Town, pretty simple. I'm not going to walk through each and everything. We have one active one where we're going to get the kids up and moving. We have a memory verse activity as always. It's the last week with our this memory verse, so let's just really enforce that. The funnel of questions, again, that's to just pull information, not information, but just pull things out of the kids to make sure they really get why we're teaching them what we're teaching them, and then let them ask you any questions and kind of dig into that theme or the Bible story, the memory verse a little bit more. It's our last week with the Life app of courage, so let's just really make it count this week. Thank you again for everything that you do, and I look forward to seeing you this week.